Warning: the following podcast contains violent scenes that may be unsettling to some listeners. Listener discretion is advised.
Blessed by the unconquered sun with incredible powers, our Exalted Circle seeks promised treasure of a forgotten age. Join Joachim as Karal Fire Orchid, Adam as Fakakun, Slavic as I Selekamu, Mitch as Wolfer, and Becca as our storyteller, as they see what's in store for them in the Tomb of Dreams. You can follow us on Twitter at twin_cities_VTM and Facebook at Twin Cities by Night to stay up to date with our podcast releases. There you'll also find an invite to join our Discord chat. We'd love to see you there. If you'd like to support us financially, you can do so on Patreon at Twin Cities by Night. Enjoy.
By the way, Becca, I wanted to ask if I could roll for the terrestrial circle sorcery moat thing, since I don't think we'll be sleeping.
No, you won't be.
Shot.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that.
Yeah, so I basically, when he slept, he sort of remembered his vision of how the island was basically devoured by the wild. The land itself forgot it existed, and it started falling apart, and the chaos surrounding it started taking chunks and ripping out of it. But instead of seeing what actually happened was that the land dissolved. It's in his dreams, it sort of started screaming, and it's as if a living being was ripped apart.
Nice, I like that. So, 2-point stunt, which means that you do get a willpower point back if you...
Didn't really use any, but...
Yeah. If you got a 3-point stunt, that's when you can keep surplus, but at 2-point you can't.
I'm gonna excellent this just because I want to cast my fucking butterflies later on. Yeah, that's 7 successes. So is there any other way to gain the sorcerer's motes? It's also the intelligence thing, right?
Yes, so while you're in combat, you can cast... and technically you can do it out of combat, but you have to focus to keep the other ones. So really, if you're doing an attack spell, it makes sense to do it in combat. So really, you'd make the intelligence plus occult roll, and then if you got 8 more, that is when you would be able to cast that spell.
Actually, I just need 1 more because these count for double for the spell.
Well, there you go. I see butterflies in our future. All right. As a group, you make your way slowly to the island and the beach. Now would be a fantastic time. You guys haven't, maybe some of you guys have met each other before, like we discussed, but these are people that you largely don't know.
All right, so I'll just sort of look towards the Volfer with his, burning aura, and just sort of ask him, what is that figure of is supposed to be?
Huh? What? And Volfer will kind of turn around and be like, oh, hey, that's kind of cool.
You have not seen your own anima before?
I generally don't turn around when I'm beating someone's face in. It's just not a smart move.
Not even if someone is coming up from behind you to attack?
Then I'm looking at them, not my anima.
Fair enough, she says, and she sort of rubs out a scar on her neck.
And hovering over Volfer is just this werewolf-looking beast, blazing yellow fur, smoldering red eyes, solid gold fangs, dripping with liquid platinum, glaring down at the world.
It is a fierce one, I see.
I like it.
You're not one for poetic words, are you, my friend?
No.
And that Fire Orchid would just sort of nod to herself and just be like, look at the others like, are you one for poetry?
I myself am not one for poetry. I prefer physical acts of expression. I believe somebody such as Volfer here demonstrates his abilities in other ways than words. And Fakakun will just be kind of looking at the anima, very impressed, but trying not to stare at the wolf anima that's kind of hovering above him right now.
All right, shall we proceed ahead and see what force has drawn us to this place?
Yes, let us press on and find out more. I wonder what secrets this island is hiding.
I wonder what treasures.
As you make your way to the beach, something catches your eye, and you notice that there's a person standing on the beach that is almost burning with riotous colors. It's not just reds and oranges, but also blues and violets, both deep and bright. And this looks nothing like the wolf that you just fought. It is currently standing on the beach, watching all of you approach with a curious look in its eyes. Once you get closer, this person will kneel before all four of you and bow its head. Greetings, princes of the earth. I've long awaited for you. My name is Tio.
Okay.
No need to bow, my friend.
Anyone with a cult can make an intelligence plus a cult. Roll difficulty 2.
All right, let me try that.
Sorry, when I say difficulty, that's your target number.
All right, 3 successes, so got that.
All right, you know that this creature is actually an elemental called a firebird. Usually it's a type of spirit, and because of what it is, it has an inherent obligation to you as being a solar.
Ah, a firebird. Am I correct, my friend?
Oh, you are. You're very astute. Tell me, what brings you to this place?
Fate, I suppose.
Interesting.
Yay, what is a firebird?
I'll explain later.
As a general note, everybody would be aware of what spirits are, but not necessarily know the difference between a god and an elemental. So
I think I would because I have some spirit stuff.
Oh, totally. You would. You definitely made the roll. You know the difference. It's just that's for everybody else.
All right.
For setting
Do
reasons.
I sense any other spirits or immaterial spirits nearby?
You do not hear any cracking ice faintly
All right.
breaking in the background. So you're good. It's just Tio at the moment. So fate brings you to this island. That's very fortuitous. Is there something perhaps you seek?
Something. I don't know what it is, but there's something that draws me to this place. Probably
We all seek
others.
something, yes. I seek knowledge. Faka seeks currency. Orchid, what do you seek?
I seek the means to forge my path ahead.
And Wolfer?
I just want a good fight.
That's what I thought.
Well, most of those things, I imagine, can be found here. There are several treasures to be located.
Treasures, you say?
Yes. There's, he kind of rubs his chin. Well, I do know that there is one in the caldera, as he points up at the volcano. And there's probably one to the west, kind of in a cave down off the cliffs, and I've been told there's a third one, but I don't know where it is. If you find these treasures, you'll be able to leave this place.
Sounds like a plan.
Indeed, it does.
Where shall we go next? I'm eager to explore this volcano. I have never seen one before. My land is one wrought of ice and cold.
I've seen a few in my travels in the armies. They are bleak places, usually. Black stone and heat.
Ah, but I hear gemstones crackle just below the surface.
So does lava.
Sun, lava. Why should we care? We are solars, are we not?
That
Indeed
is
we are.
true now. That is true.
I do recommend finding the other two treasures first, simply because once you collect all three, the spirit that is bound here will be released.
And
God damn it, Firebird.
What? As he kind of like
You ru-
looks
You
shocked
ruined
at
my
your
perfect plan of seeing the volcano first. I sort of laugh at it, and
It picks up that you're joking with it. At first, he was a little bit startled that he offended you, but he's like, "Oh, yes. I mean, you, of course, know best. You can go wherever you would like first, but that is just my recommendation."
All right, team meeting. If not the volcano, then what? Cave, I guess, because we don't know about the last one.
I would recommend that. It is unwise, even in our arrogance, to presume that our exaltation will shield from all harm.
Fair enough. Let's heed the wise spirit. Fuck out, Wolfer. You all right with that?
I'm with you, my friends.
Okay.
Excellent.
All right.
I will lead you there.
So, Teal, how did you come to be in this place? Were you always here?
No, much like you, I came here one day and I was just stuck. I wasn't looking for treasures, though.
Where were you before?
In creation.
Not a very specific answer.
In the east? He kind of almost shrugs a little bit.
East of what?
So you know that by his response, he means in the eastern direction of creation. But he will describe to you what you guys basically saw, with some slight differences, giving you the impression that he's actually been here for quite a long time.
Might he have seen the first stage? I sort of muttered to myself.
He thinks, does an exaggerated chin touching, and was the first stage. I haven't even thought of creation in such a long time. It's been too long. Also, actually, now that I'm realizing it, he'd be like, "Wait, what's for the first stage?" He wouldn't have a concept of that now that I think about it.
Yeah, at that point, you'll find she would be sort of eyes will widen in surprise as she realizes that, yeah, this thing is way older than she thought it would be.
Yes. So Tio takes you up through the jungle, up the side of the cliff, and you guys climb about 500 feet above the sea level. And you kind of look over, you get to the cliff's edge, and you kind of see where there's a path that goes down. And it almost looks like this island has been torn away from a larger continent. Now, as you make your way down, you guys are walking through gigantic sculptures that are kind of sticking outside of the cliff. Here and there, you're walking between legs, or at one point, you walk underneath an arm that's holding a giant scroll. But eventually, the path leads you down towards the bottom at the sea level, maybe about 10 feet from the sea level, and you see the entrance to a cave. Tio will stand there and give you the impression that he is not intending to go in with you.
About how long does this journey take?
Definitely an hour.
Okay.
Have some 10 motes back. And as far as you can see, there are no lights within the cave. I believe the first treasure is in there.
Very well. How wide is the cave?
It's wide enough for all of you to comfortably fit in there and walk down.
Okay. So
maybe 2 by 2.
Okay, 2 by 2. Okay. I suppose Fire Orchard and Wolfer can go first, and we'll be the stern guard with Faka.
Sounds acceptable to me.
Okay.
Wolfer just starts walking into the cave.
With no light. Excellent.
He makes his own.
With what?
Spends motes on everything.
So to flare your cast mark, you only have to spend 1 mote. But I think after that, you had to spend the 5 in order to get more. But it's enough light for you to kind of see maybe 5-10 feet in front of you.
Yeah, Wolfer will flare his cast mark. I'll spend the 1 mote.
Meanwhile, Fire Orchid will try to see if she can make like a torch or something so they can see more than just 5 feet in front of them.
You want to make a torch? That
Yes.
is a wits plus survival roll, difficulty 1.
Oh, why do I not have survival? She was a soldier. She should have survival.
So I believe you could still make the roll. I'm going to say there's no minuses.
Okay, so what was it? It was wits?
Wits plus survival. So in this case, it would just be wits.
All right. Luckily, I have good amount of wits.
So as you guys walk into the cave, you can feel a whoosh as Tio has changed to looking like a fire heron and has started to fly back up to the cliffside.
All right, so I got 3 successes for the torch roll.
Perfect. You're able to find some, like, a branch, and you're able to make your own torch.
Yeah, she's probably had to do this several times in her like 40-year career in the army.
I think I will just spend 5 motes, and she has her charm, hardship, surviving mendicant spirit, so I can survive in most hostile conditions without special preparation. So I don't know how exactly it works, but I just assume I just pull out some sort of whale oil lamp or something.
I'm good with that. We could do that too. So you guys got plenty of light at this point. The cave itself looks like it's been worn down by the tide kind of rising in and then lowering. And at this point, there's water on the ground, so you can hear kind of that splashing echo as you're making your way down the tunnel, but it's not enough to inhibit you. Occasionally you hear those droplets from the top of the cave just kind of dripping down into puddles here and there, but it's largely quiet. And you walk for some time. There's not really any branching tunnels, but eventually you get to this area where it starts to open up just a little bit. I would like everybody to go ahead and make a perception plus awareness roll. Difficulty 2.
All right, that's 5 successes.
4 successes for Volfer.
5, because you count tens as doubles.
I believe, that's 7 successes for Fire Orchid.
6 successes for Faka.
All right, so you guys in general nail it. And as you kind of walk into this larger, as it starts to open out just like gradually, you all look up and you see glowing eyes like the wolf, but they're cut. They look just a little bit differently, and they're much, much bigger. And you kind of feel this little air being pushed at you, followed by, "Why have you come?"
I come to seek knowledge.
I come to seek a better path.
Knowledge? Knowledge of what? And where is this path that you speak?
I seek all knowledge, for all knowledge is worth learning.
The path I seek, I do not know where it is. I only know is that it must lead to a better world.
And what is wrong with the world as it stands?
Those who have exalted like us, we are hunted. The Scarlet Empress is gone. The great houses fight amongst each other for power. It is crumbling.
Every day people face abuse and slavery. This is a reality of our world.
Knowledge, culture, and history are disappearing. That cannot be.
Interesting. And you seek to rectify this?
Of course.
I believe that's what we were chosen to do.
It's why I left my family.
At this point, I'd like for everybody to make a perception plus socialize roll. Give me
What
a
if we
second.
don't have a skill?
I believe you would just then roll perception at no
Alright.
minuses.
4 successes.
Oh, wow. 3.
3 successes.
Just 2.
Walking here with the biggest dice pool. It's just 2 successes. The dice are cruel.
Indeed.
All right, so anybody who got a 4 or better, you're able to realize it's probing you for questions because it genuinely wants to know, but it's not so innocent as that. It seems to want to know these things about you guys and just about creation in general for a deeper reason. But at this point, you're like, that's just the sense you get from it.
I'm going to step forward a little bit. What are you?
It's the eyes kind of come into focus and into the light, and you start to see a large snake head kind of slither down. There's it seems to more or less be hiding in a hole that it might have created itself up there, and then it will slither down all the way onto the ground and rise up to meet you all at eye level and kind of just begin to circle around on itself so that like its whole body is outside of this hole.
Faka will kind of be constantly shifting to keep keep like herself facing the head of the snake as it circles around the group.
Volper, with your heightened combat skills, you notice that its stance isn't aggressive.
Volfa will remain relaxed. He'll pull out a wineskin and take a swig in a very confident and uncaring fashion.
We do not have snakes where I come from. I've seen them only in pictures.
I am a snake, but I am also part of here.
Do you guard the treasure we seek?
No.
Or are you the treasure we seek?
You get the impression that it kind of smells. A snaky smell. Its tongue sticks out as if it's smelling you. I am not the treasure, but follow me. And the snake will kind of circle around again, and this room that started opening up kind of narrows at the back and does a sharp turn around, and it leads you back into that area. You follow, and it continues to slither past, but you do see there is a artifact sitting on top of a platform of sorts. It looks to be an ancient lute created with green jade and an exotic wood that's as white as newly fallen snow, with strings of moon silver. And the snake leaves you with that treasure.
A lute.
Bet you it's a trap.
All right, then you go first. She says it with a smile.
Nope.
I try to focus if there's sort of any spirits around. Do I hear anything?
There are no dematerialized spirits.
All right. Fortune favors the bold. Guess I'll pick it up.
All right, with your knowledge, you know that this is clearly an artifact, especially if it's made out of moon silver, as well as green jade. Yeah, it's very much an artifact. You can commit 5 motes to it in order to be able to use it.
Well, okay. I'll do that.
So what I would recommend is actually using your peripheral. And basically, it until you unattune to it, your pool permanently goes down by 5.
I get it. Yeah.
Let me see if I have my notes real quick, so I can just copy and paste it to you. Okay, that is what it can do.
Dexterity performance. Nice try, Becca. Nice try.
Hey, it is with the artifact, so it is a dex plus performance, and essentially for our listeners, it's a healing item that can be reused.
Yeah. No one took mirror flag, so unfortunately, I think we're pretty screwed when it comes to this item.
Well, no. Corral, Fire Orchard has a performance.
Fire Orchard, perhaps this artifact would serve you better. I feel as if I could not fulfill its potential.
All right, so yeah, Fire Orchid will sort of, will take the lute and sort of like, strum on the strings a little bit. Her fingers, the old memories of lessons from all those years ago, like coming back to the forefront.
You're able to play a beautiful and simple song on it. Now, with the first item collected, you don't see the snake coming back or anything. So you, as a group, make your way back up through the tunnel and back up the cliffside. Another hour has passed. And instead of seeing Tio, when you make it to the top of the cliff, you actually see somebody completely different. You see a woman who is tall and is robed in blue shimmering cloth. Her hair cascades down her back as if it were a waterfall, and she carries a fishing spear in her right hand. She's looking at the 4 of you as you ascend.
Volfer looks her over with an appreciative eye.
What's her reaction to us coming down? Does she look... Can I roll to see if she looks concerned, if she looks surprised, or...
Totally. So just based off of the look, you can go ahead and make a perception plus socialize roll. Difficulty 3.
No, I did not. Yeah, I just got a 1.
She is certainly eyeing appraising the group, but other than that, you're not able to really see if she has just that right facial tick to tell you what she's thinking. But as soon as the last of you have made your way up on top of that cliff, she'll ask you, do you know what you are doing?
Looking for artifacts to get out of here? To unlock something?
Ah, just something. So you don't know what will happen when you get all 3 artifacts.
Well, no, the Fire Teal hasn't told us.
Just that the spirit of this place will be unbound.
It's not a spirit, fully. It is a demon, and it must not be released. And when you mentioned Tio specifically, I'll just give this all to you because it's obvious on her face. Like, she does kind of like a disgusted look.
How big a demon are we talking?
Why, I would assume the size of this island, for this place is its prison.
So there's a chance.
Long silence as she's not quite sure how to respond to this, but you could kind of see the wheels starting to turn.
Why would Tio deceive us?
So please go ahead and make a intelligence plus occult roll.
Will do. What's the difficulty?
Difficulty 3. Sorry, I'm going to make it difficulty 2 based off of the last one.
I succeeded anyway.
Okay. So you know that spirit is the broad term. That's hot tub versus jacuzzi. A demon is a type of spirit. So you know that by his language, he wasn't... Yeah, he probably was deceiving you by not telling you specifically what type, but he wasn't wrong.
I think Teal is just really old, and distinction between... I mean, demons are technically a subsection of spirits, so he wasn't really deceiving us, but he kind of probably we'd figure out to let it rest on our own.
But it's still spoken half-truths, then.
Wait, you mean like that wolf thing? Because we killed that.
I mean, spirits...
Your familiarity with his kind, I figured he also served the unconquered sun.
At that point, was sort of like turn to the woman. So, who are you then?
I am Suma, the guardian, the warden of this place. I'd like people to go ahead and make a perception plus socialize roll again. Difficulty 3.
Yes, I cannot actually pass that. No point in rolling. Right, I actually can. Maybe I'll be lucky.
That was 4 successes for Fire Orchid.
I did actually pass.
Only 1 success for Volfer, so no, he did not pass.
Yeah, 3 for I.
Sorry, what is it one more time?
Perception plus socialize, difficulty 3.
I actually botched.
There's no botches here.
Well, I didn't get any successes,
right?
and I got 1s.
Oh god, yeah. Oh my god.
It's rule now. One of us has to botch at least once.
This is probably the most inconsequential one that you could botch on, so you were doing fine. So for those of you who did succeed, you realize that, and this is very evident to I specifically, she's clearly a water god or elemental of some sort. So for her to say that she's the warden of this place doesn't really make sense. Now for the rest of you, you guys pick up on this is clearly some kind of self-appointed thing. She doesn't look like she belongs. She's not like the wolf emanation or the stake that you just saw. So she's not a part of the demon. So it's likely that she came here similar to how Tio did and to how you did.
And Fire Orchid will go say then, all right then, Guardian, if we do not wake the spirit and escape this place, then how are we supposed to leave?
I was hoping that as you have been chosen by the sun, you would know how to leave here. But if you do not, truly the only option is to gather the artifacts. She kind of, I guess with her left hand, she'll kind of nibble at her nails a little bit, thinking, do you think that you could kill the demon?
We have no choice. We will, or we will not. There is no in between.
And with that, she visibly perks up and goes, if that is what you choose to do, then I will show you where the next artifact is.
Thank you.
And with that, we will go ahead and take another break.
Oh, hello again, folks. I'd like to tell you about the Facebook group we run called White Wolf and Onyx Path RPGs, Gameplay, and Media. Have you ever wished you could have an easy way to find gameplay videos and podcasts, or just media in general that deals with your favorite White Wolf role-playing games? Or have you ever wished you could find a forum to share gameplay that you have recorded? One that won't be drowned out by random posts and discussions, so that your media could get the attention you deserve. The group is specifically run with the sole intent of it being a one-stop shop for people to view or share media involving the games we all love. We take thorough steps to ensure the page does not become cluttered and is easy to traverse. The group is already immense and continuing to rapidly grow, with new media being shared every day. Stop on by. We hope to see you there.